All right, how you doing today? Today we're going to be doing a repair attempt. It is May 6, 2025, 72 degrees, partly cloudy, overcast skies. This is going to be in regards to claim number 2082V865W. We're going to be testing for brittleness, creasing, mat transfer, granular loss. As you can see here, I marked the shingle in question. I just want to show a couple other things before we get started here. I know that Seek now has a tendency not to include things in the report, so I won't waste your time too much here because the front slope has more damage and missing shingles. But today we're just going to be showing you a couple things on the back. So as you know already, tarp. Now I just want to bring a couple other things to your attention here. So as you can see here, this roof has a lot of tree strikes, and that is because it is surrounded by trees. So nonetheless, tree strike here, delaminated tab missing there. Let's go up a little higher here. That is soft to the touch, gooey all the way through the mat. Tree strike of some sort, another strike of some sort, unsealed, delaminated tab missing, another one right here, wind damage, delaminated, another one missing right here. As I go down, this has a literal hole in it right here. I don't know if you can see that, but part of the tree is still stuck. I don't know, that might be through the decking, I'm not even sure. So walking over here, we got some reverse creasing right there. That's where it's lifted up, came back down, also known as spalling. We have another strike of some sort here. Up here at the ridge, which was accounted for, but I'm sure that the wind damaged shingle next to it was not. Just walking down a little bit here, try not to fall. This roof is pretty steep and the granular loss is pretty severe. You know, over here at the pipe jack, you know, I don't know if this is from when the pipe jack was installed. Homeowner says this is original pipe jack, so whatever it is, I can tell you it looks like it's improperly sealed. It's creased, it's flapping in the wind. Got another one right here. Some sort of a strike or wind damage, delaminated. So, you know, just this back slope, you know, I want to just show you that because, like I said, in my experience, Seek now has a tendency to not, or to overlook things, not include things that should be included. So, like I said, shingle in question. Let's pop this up. I won't take too much of your time here. I just wanted to show you those things before we got started. Put my camera in a good spot here for y'all. And give me 1 second, please, to set this up. The mayflies are terrible today. All right. So as you can see, shingle in question is there. We are locked in tight. Okay, let's get started. So we're gonna be using our roof snake hammer, 1.25" roofing nails, a standard Owens Corning architectural shingle, closest to match in this color. And we are going to go ahead and do a honest attempt here at this repair. So we'll get everything out, get this roof snake out. Now, while doing this repair, I am going to try to use my hands as little as possible for this. So, hope y'all can see everything here. Move my ladder down just a tad bit, or my pitch hopper, excuse me. So, first thing I need to do is get this shingle unsealed. Okay, that's unsealed. We need to go to the shingle above it here, because as y'all know, it's high nailed. things are down pretty good. Tell you what, I'm going to use something a little more precise to get these shingles undone, because I want to give this a fair shot at a repair. The roof snake is good for re-nailing them and pulling nails, but as you can see, it's thicker. I like to use something a little more precise and thin, so I can get right where that seal line is and get this shingle unsealed. Okay, they're just doing so good. Okay, that's the edge. Problem is, I don't think this roof is that old, so these shingles are going to be on here pretty good. We've got half of it unsealed. I'm trying not to rush through this repair. I know it's a pain in the butt to sit here and watch this video, but I'm not going to sit here and just manhandle these things. I'd rather take my time and give an honest, repair attempt. I will put my repairability assessor's license number at the bottom of this video when I submit it, just before I do my evaluation. But like I said, these things are on here. They're cooked on here pretty good. Getting it. Alright, so this shingle got damaged, but we do have mat transfer, but it's for the shingle in question here. So here's the shingle in question here with this tab that was up. And this hole has been struck by a tree. So we got the shingle above it. We need to go one more because it is high nail. So I'll be trying to do that now. This one here, okay, we got the corner unsealed. Let's try from this way. And the reason like I said, I use this over the roof snake is because this is thinner and more precise. That roof snake is just going to cause, damage if they're down this good. So, luckily the shingle in question wasn't down this good, but these ones above it are. Okay. It's on silicone or something, I'm not sure when they did this install, but okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get these nails out. Most of the time they're trying to pull through here, but I'm trying to prevent that. What's going on here? Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna show you what I got going on. Let me get, well, look, that delaminated already. That's creasing. Hope the camera can pick up on that. I'll show you. I mean, the nails are falling apart. Like I said, I'm not too worried about this shingle itself getting, or having any damage done to it, because it's the shingle that's getting replaced anyways. But this right here, what I want to show y'all, the underlayment is completely stuck to this thing. This thing just gets baked by the heat all day long. And I knew this repair was going to be a nightmare. And it is. I don't need to unseal this entire shingle here, just the corner of it, so I can get this nail out. Just like that. I mean, this shingle underneath of it, it's completely delaminated, and the underlaminate is coming with it. That is not good. I think that is the only thing that's actually holding us up right now. One nail here. I think that's it. I think that's the only thing that's holding us up. Is the fact that the underlayment's stuck to it. And this one nail. Yeah. That's it. Okay, now, this is what I want to show you, and this is exactly what I was afraid of. So, hopefully you can see this. The other shingle underneath it is completely cooked to this thing. Right? So this is the shingle in question. I'm not worried about it taking any more damage, right? But what I am worried about, and my exact fear, was this. So let's just stop for a second. And I'm going to show you what we got going on. Take my camera out of here so I can show you. Okay. So, a couple things already. As you can see, right, the shingle in question has been removed. Now, the shingle underneath of it, as you can tell, has already been damaged, because these things are just cooked on here, and it looks like there was some silicone put down in addition to this. Maybe they did the install when it was cold, I'm not sure, but that shingle underneath of it is cooked, right? The shingle above it, because it was so adhered, is already cooked. And look at this delaminated tab from, you can see the crease already starting to form. So there's two shingles already that have been damaged, just trying to change this one. Now, geez, never mind. We're gonna make that 3 shingles. Look at this. I don't know if you can see that. The shingle is completely falling apart. Look at that. There's only a 5-inch piece left of this, 12.5-inch shingle. So this one is also damaged. This roof is absolutely not repairable whatsoever. To be honest with you, I'm not going to even continue with this repair because already 1, 2, 3 shingles have been damaged. When I go to put this when I go to remove this layer right here to get the shingle in there, I can assure you that another one's going to get damaged. Look, it's so brittle that it's ripping everywhere, right? On this corner right here is already starting to rip and crease right here. You can see it. The granular loss is crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and have to put a tarp on this. I mean, I think I've proved without even continuing this that there's no option for a repair on this. If I go any further, the underlayment is going to get damaged if it's not already damaged. Let's look under here real quick. Okay, so, up right there from where the mat has ripped out and tore. So now the underlayment that has to be continuous is now damaged. This roof's not repairable. I have to put a tarp on this, and I legally cannot install a shingle back on this roof. So, whatever else you need for me to show you all the damage that wasn't accounted for from Seek Now, I'm more than willing to do so. But today's conclusion for this one is definitely going to be a fail. Brittle test, fail. Creasing, I just showed that one, fail. Mat transfer, no brainer, fail. With all that being said, with the granular loss, also a fail. Guys, this is one of the most unrepairable roofs I've been on this year so far. There should be no reason whatsoever that this shingle is completely separating. Look at that. 5 inches is left of that shingle, completely separating. So, thank you for taking the time to view this video. We'll be in touch.